I'm Bill Garner, and I'm going to tell you how to write a book. Because everybody always says, I want to write a book. But nobody seems to settle down and write a book. So I did. And I'm going to tell you how I did it and maybe how you can do it too. I'm not going to guarantee results, but this is how I did it. I spent 30 years in the information technology industry. I had a consulting business, and we focused on some high-tech problems that big data centers have, things like performance and high availability. And we had a pretty good reputation. We did a lot of work for Hewlett-Packard back when Hewlett-Packard was Hewlett-Packard and not a pack of little bitty companies that don't know what the hell they're doing. But I had a good reputation. I learned a lot of stuff. And so when I quit going out on the road and actually working, I thought, well, I'm going to take all these presentations I've done over the years, and I'm going to turn them into a book. And so I sat down and I started working on it, and nothing happened. I did outline after outline, and I've got some good life experiences to pass on to IT folks. It's not like I don't have something to say. I used to tell folks that when you've got something difficult that you've got to do, and it's a high-risk situation, what you want to do is move those high-risk things to low-risk times. And I explain how to do that and how to identify what those high-risk things are and how to get them into low-risk times. I used to tell folks, just simple caveats, like you got to make it easier to be right than it is to be wrong. These sorts of things. And, that's the role of policy, is to empower you and also to make it easier to be right than it is to be wrong. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to write this book, and all I'm doing, I'm developing an unhealthy reliance on whiskey. And we lived in New Jersey at the time, in South Plainfield, New Jersey. And I was just looking out the window and I was thinking, how in the hell did I get here? I'm a redneck. I grew up in Arkansas. I rode horses and took care of cattle. I'm not supposed to be in New Jersey doing work all over North America. How'd I get here? And I got to thinking about my childhood. And so I started writing about my childhood. I had a great childhood. And that produced my first book, Me, Boo, and the Goob, A Southern Adventure. It's I just told the stories that I had told my whole life, but I connected them and embellished them a little bit. And I got about 8 chapters in, and I got stuck because, this thing, my agent currently tells me to call these things Southern memoirs. There's some basis, in fact, in most of the chapters, but for the most part, it's made up of a pack of lies. There's a lot of exaggeration and fabrication going on. And so we call it a Southern memoir, because I'll never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So I get about 7 or 8 chapters in, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck for 2 or 3 years. I got no idea how this thing ends, because it's veered away from actual events in my life, and now we're into the fabrications and the exaggerations and the outright lies. And finally, a friend and I had a conversation, and it broke my writer's block. And so I came up with the ending, and I'm not going to give away the ending here, but I'm going to tell you that everybody that has ever emailed me about it or commented on my website about it, and I've taken those comments down because I don't want to give away the ending to the book, has remarked on what a great ending it is. So I finally got it written, but now I got a problem. We all think we can write a great book. Well, the real work is in the rewrites. I spent probably 3 years going through and doing rewrite after rewrite after rewrite, all the while looking for an agent or even a publishing house. And I've got a collection of rejection letters from, hell, I got a rejection letter from Santa Claus. But don't let that bother you. Keep looking for an agent. Keep looking for a publishing house. I had an editor engaged, but she became ill and wasn't able to finish the project. Editors are worth their weight in gold. I don't care how good you think you are at rewriting. You're going to miss grammatical errors. You're going to miss spelling errors. You're going to miss continuity errors. A good editor will find that and fix that for you. So go out and find you a good editor, and don't sweat it if you can't get an agent or find a publishing house to pick you up. Don't worry about it. Go to KDP or to Ingram Spark, and you can get your book out there. I can't tell you a whole lot about how to sell a book because I'm still figuring that part out myself. But the way to write one is to find your story and write something every day. Even if you say, I'm going to throw it away, don't throw it away. Put it in a directory on your computer. Hang on to it because there may be a paragraph you want to go back and steal later. Write every day. Find your story and tell it. And have fun with it. I used to say that writing is like drawing your intestines out one day at a time. It's really not. I've enjoyed writing all of my books, so enjoy writing yours. But write every day. Write something that you have passion about and that you can have fun telling. I couldn't do that with IT. And maybe one day I'll get that book out because there's some good value. I can help a lot of people with what I learned in 30 years of solving problems. I know I can. I used to do it in presentations for huge conferences. And so I know I can help folks. It's just a question of figuring out how to write the book. But if you're writing a novel, find your story and add to it every day. You're going to rewrite and rewrite and rewrite, and that's great. Do it. Find an editor. Listen to your editor. Get you a good editor. And don't let these weasels tell you that AI can edit your book. It cannot. It does not understand Southern vernacular. I can tell you that right now. So go out there, write your book. Sit down, write it, publish that son of a bitch, and have a good time. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm Bill Garner. I wrote Me, Boo, and the Goob, A Southern Adventure, and the sequel, J.D. and Me, Bad Ideas and Poor Judgment. And I'm proud of both of them. All righty, y'all take care now.